So we are wrapping up a series devoted to looking at the 12 steps of recovery for all of the rest of us, and we will be looking at steps number 11 and 12 today. I've entitled my message, Staying Awake, and boy, it's timely on a lot of different levels. Staying awake to spiritual truth, staying awake to the truth that God is present in everyone and in everything at all times, no matter what the appearances, no matter how seemingly based on appearances the disguises seem so very real, and how we are really being called right now, more than ever before, I think, to stay awake. To stay awake to and in practice of and in service of the things that we've always stood for in metaphysics. In fact, the things that really at the heart, every religion has always stood for. Loving kindness. And to do it, we have to stay awake. We don't have to be perfect in it. I love the teaching in AA. It's about spiritual progress, not spiritual perfection. It's not about perfection, but by golly, we'd better be efforting to do a little bit better today than we did yesterday, and doing that as consistently as we possibly can. AA, just like unity, and really just like any spiritual tradition or religion, is a way of living, a way of being in the world. It's not just a set of beliefs. It's not just something we intellectually think about and say, yeah, I agree, or no, I don't agree with that part. It's about core ideas that we put into practice by embodying it, by being that example of loving kindness, that example of a beneficial presence. And to maintain that, just like in AA, to maintain one's sobriety or one's freedom from addiction, there are certain practices that need to become part of one's regular and daily life. These steps that we're looking at today are good reminders for all of us in whatever we may be dealing with in our individual lives, as well as whatever we feel called to do out in the world during these very troubling and very challenging times. Step 11 says we sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. And step 12 says, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we try to carry this message to alcoholics and to practice these principles in all of our affairs. These are powerful, powerful steps. Would you not say that a common call we share is to be a beneficial presence in the world? Would you not say that a common call we all share is to operate from the space of loving kindness? Without exception. Without exception. It's not necessarily easy, but would it not be such a different world if we answered some of those very basic kinds of calls with ferocious commitment and consistency? I believe that we're being asked to do that right now. I believe that not just in our country, but all around the world, we are seeing evolutionary drivers forcing us to deal with the shadow and the dark side of which we are capable, and to dispel that with the truth, which is the light that we are.